Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are in the world. I am Brendan Farrell. This is the Red Horde, and we're here for the coronation. The women's Wrexham team has won the Adran Premier League, and this is the last game of the season. Unfortunately, they did not present the trophy at the Kyrask, so they're here at the Rock to do it on the last game of the season. So, as you can notice, I am here without Diandra. Sean said he was probably going to try to make it. He is not here. He's a busy family man, so certainly understandable. And I'm going to be soloing this one. Unfortunately, Diandra has plenty of family duties as well. We're going to miss her. Both of them will probably be on the stream when the women qualify for the league in Europe, that game and everything like that. And we're also going to be doing some World Cup games, a few other things. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of opportunities throughout the summer to see both of them. Let me see right now. Hey, Esteban. Nice to see you, sir. I am going to do, I guess, the lineup first, largely because if you were in the chat earlier, I pointed it out. Hey, Nick, no Lily in the team today. So not starting, not on the bench. We got Craven, Davies, Bartle, Lovett, Francis Jones, Clark Fuller, Snape finally back in the lineup, Barker, Knox, Mahmood. On the bench, Harvey, Smith, Cara Jones, Sadler, Burke, Suckley, and Hughes. So, yeah, quite a lot of players that are not there. No bench goalie. Yes, no anchors. Sean was thinking that she would be starting today. Interesting lineups. And I thought I saw Lily at the on the walk-in, so I think I don't know if she's dinged up or not, or if she's just kind of being nice because she's played every game that she's giving some others to get into the lineup, and eventually they'll sub, players that haven't got a lot of pitch time to give them their moment as well. Hey, Woody, nice to see you. What time's the game start? In about 8 minutes, sir. Chris, in the house. Let's see. Yeah. So they have, they have a bunch of people there waving flags and everything. This is pretty great. Looks like an absolutely packed house, standing room only. So all the seats look like they're taken. A lot of people standing. Hello, Pat. Haven't seen you here before. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so I'm going to bring up how we got here, I guess. As far as the table goes. So Wrexham on top, 19 games. Obviously, they played 20. Phase 1 is the first 14 games. Top 4 teams play each other 2 times for a total of 6 more games to get you to 20. At 19 now, by the way, your points total carries over from phase 1 into phase 2. That's where we're at. We're now, thanks to the win against Cardiff, at 49 points. Cardiff City at 44, Swansea 33, New Saints 26. That difference between first and second, 49 to 44, is obviously 5 points. The most you can get in a win is 3. Therefore, it's over. If you look down below, Britain Ferry, Barrytown, Aberystwyth, and Pontypridd Pontypridd did not score at all. Obviously, no wins, no draws. Goal difference of -75. That's huge. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, the playoff game to see who's coming up is sorry, I have it in Discord here. Let's see who put it up. I think Dave put it up for me, right? Yes. Thanks to Dave for this promotion into the Adran Premier League for next year. Cardiff Met, who has been in the Adran Premier League. I think they were last year, right? And Consque, I'm sure I'm butchering that. Apologies to them. I don't know if that's going to be a close game. Cardiff Met, I think, yo-yos up and down between the leagues. So not sure where the other team is from. Be nice. Yeah, if they are from the north, it would be nice to have a game where you don't have to travel all the way down to Cardiff during a couple times during the season. So be nice to have a little bit more balance. So that would be great. Thank you, Dave, for that. What else? Let me go here for a second so I can futz around in the background here. There's a lot of good pictures with them walking in today, and might as well show the championship banner. Is there another division? I thought the Europe the prize was just Europe. So my understanding is there's 2 leagues over there. If you don't make the first one, so if you win, you have a chance to get into both of them. And then if you lose the next one, you still have a chance to get into the Europe one. But that team of 18 that have the elite of all of Europe, that one is the EU something or other, whatever that is, and that's there we go again. So I think that has to be Steve, right? Yeah. Steve being Steve, thank you, sir. Way too kind, too generous of a man. Yeah, so they have a couple opportunities, I believe. And I think Sean's going to put out a video, like I said, to go over a lot of that. We're about 3 minutes away. Let me just pop in. They're still talking. A lot of people there. It was slightly sunny earlier. So hopefully the sun comes back out. I didn't look at the forecast there. But it's not raining, so that's good weather for Wrexham, right? They're talking it up. Let me go back to there's our fearless leader, Jenny Sugarman. I'm guessing this is from much earlier when the sun was out and not everyone had showed up. I do like the bright red seats, though. That really pops. That's pretty nice. Sorry, just reading the chat there for a moment. Let me go to a couple more things. There's the that's not going to be it. Bummer. Let's see some of the players. We'll shoot through those while I'm waiting here. That was Fuller, then Bartle, Mary Frances Jones, or was that Smith? I get the two confused at a quick thing because they both wear their hair the same way. Craven, obviously. some fans. Jenny Sugarman's Red and White Army. Nice. Ah, there's the Ultras. I see Matt from Racecourse Ramble. I'm trying to find Welsh Techie. Do not see him there. Probably getting a bevy. It's great that there's a little crew of them that all travel around and everything. Any more good shots here? I mean, I can look at the lineup for Swansea. It's largely irrelevant. I mean, you'd like not to get smoked today, but by them. But other than that, I mean, and you obviously don't want anyone to get hurt, so got to watch out for Deacon. Falkings, Finch, Murray, Miller, Deacon, Shivers, John, Stacey John, Lake, Mitchell, Williams, and Williams. So, yeah, they're letting their typical starters play. I don't know. Maybe it's a first half thing, then they'll let others get in the game. Who knows? Who was in here trolling? I missed something. Reliable, nice to see you. No, I haven't heard anything on Wild Goose, Steve. I don't know if anyone else has. Steve is asking about Wild Goose, so if anyone can help out. Obviously, we saw her walking around in with a singular crutch, but obviously she has a brace on her leg. She does not look anywhere close to being able to play. I would imagine we will not see her this year, but if anyone knows differently or has specific update information, that would be. Oh yeah, this is them all coming in. Wait a minute, let's go back to the beginning of that. No, that was Snape. Is that Lily right there? No, trying to see who we have. I did not. Okay, so I didn't see Lily getting off the bus there. Yeah, that's another link that goes someplace else. Sneaky stuff. Sometimes can't tell. And we are. Did the game underway? Is it live? It is. How did no one say anything? Jeez. Game's underway. That's what happens when I'm doing too many things. Okay, let me get this timer in and started. Oh, hold on one second. Let me get. So I got to sync my timer up. Start. All right. There we go. I know I'm not supposed to show the game. Give me a second. I am trying to fix a few things. There we go. Let's see what's going on this one. Now I got to add Sean in while the game's going on. Apologies, guys. Yeah, Lily's there. I just saw a picture of her. Have not seen these Swansea outfits. Interesting. Wow. Handball, they said on that play. I am working in the background to bring Sean in. One moment, guys. And there he is.
Hey, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thought I'd join at least for a little bit. I wanted to get on earlier, but the Easter Bunny got here on time, but the kids did not wake up in time. So I've been spending my morning doing that. Don't want to take up too much time, or I'll take up those anyway. For this, as we see the tackle there, but I also wanted to go over the Champions League stuff. I am going to do a video, but I know there's some questions about it, so I got to go back so I can see the chat while I do that. So June 18th, we got to circle the calendar. That's the draw. There's two opportunities here to advance forward into European play. You can get there either by the Champions League, 18 teams, or the Europa League, which they just introduced last year. So here's the crux of it, really, that all that matters is we need to win the tournament on July 20th. That you're guaranteed to at least play not only in the second round, you will play in the Europa League qualifying. So there's two streams, and you're guaranteed high dividends. And yes, stop it. You're amazing, and it's awesome, but it's also completely unnecessary. We're good. But it's appreciated all the same. So then it's possible, like qualifying could continue all the way through September 23rd, September 30th. So that's how deep you can go. I was just looking at a bunch of the teams. You get teams like Diandra from Lithuania, 25-team league champs that are going to be there. And there's a whole bunch of teams, Greece, Hungary, Montenegro, Slovakia. They haven't decided their league. So lots going on to follow if you wanted to get into it. I want to make a league so we can get into that. I'll make a video. Yeah, it's been all Swansea here, hasn't it, Brendan? If Brendan.
You sound like you're underwater. It's hard to hear you. What about Swansea?
Oh, I sound like I'm underwater? I said it's been
a little bit. The mic sounds like it's at distance or something.
Well,
no, he just had a good play down the left sides. Maria Francis Jones cut it to the middle, got it out wide to Mahmoud, and we got a corner off of it. Swansea just missed an opportunity on a nice cut there by them coming down the left side. Miller had a nice cross in.
It just feels like it's domination.
Good defense.
Right now. Yeah. Jessica Williams.
Yeah, I all the since I'm from the New England area of the U.S., we're used to a lot of championship games and already. Saying something.
Goal. You can't hear me at all?
I didn't see the goal, so.
I'm just gonna.
That was a nice shot. It's typical as Diandra and I would call it, the shoot it high and just lob it over the keeper.
Lobbed it over top of the keeper from distance.
From distance, those. Yeah. Typically, when a team's already clinched it or is about to clinch it or at their first game back on the new season as the champions, and they get given their rings or whatever it is, that's almost always a loss for championship teams, no matter how good they are and how bad their opponent is. The opponent seems to get up for the game, and it's anticlimactic for the champion, and they have other stuff on their mind, so that usually they're not as sharp. So, not at all surprising.
We'll play it out by ear.
I'd like them not to get crushed here, but otherwise.
Just trying to get my bearings here with everything in the background. I was hoping that at least 0-0 it or 1-1 it through, and Mahmoud with it now with the ball. Not a high opportunity here. Is that Murray? No, that's Deacon forward 20 yards, right foot easily collected by Craven. Will be honest with what I expect from the Welsh champions has not been positive. One win in like the last 8 years, I think it's been, and that's in the first qualifying round. And I say that, but I also look at the other, what shocks me. And Brendan, I'm curious about your thoughts about this. When I hear about, footballing nations, and especially when it comes to the women, the Welsh are a decent, if not great side internationally. But the domestic league is below that of, wow, that was a shoulder. That's for Frances Jones, right? Hip check, whiplash. She's up there.
Yeah, I was worried that Swansea will still cheap shot their way through this. Yeah.
Like that was elbow hip to the body, whiplash hanging in the air. 6 yellow cards. That was Williams just looped that over top of Craven. Need to find a keeper who can cover the entirety of the net.
Yeah, I know Sean's frozen on the screen. When I told him about his mic, he fooled with the thing and then it locked him up. So we're not getting any better video.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me at least?
Oh, we can hear you. You're just yes. You obviously can't hear me because I keep talking to you. You don't.
I can hear you.
But okay. Then you're just ignoring me then. But you're frozen video-wise. John Lane, I do not know if we're allowed to sign players before we go into the Europa League, if that's what you're asking.
We are.
Sean's saying we can.
I don't know if that helped with the swap, but we're back underway. I'm at 9 minutes and 55 seconds. All of the same windows apply,
You're
right? Until you sign somebody for the window, you're fine, and you can have them in. And then I did hear you.
Yeah, you're a few seconds behind, but I can put the clock back. But yes, your video is
ball
better now.
Searching on the run. That Mahmoud has some space, but needs some support. Lay up. Oh, he had Barker blasting through the middle of the pitch and could have had the layup 22 yards for something, but decided to curl with the ball to Mahmoud, and it ends up being cleared there by Mitchell. That was gorgeous as far as the pass. Frances Jones right over the top, splits past Mitchell and Mahmoud. Why, when Barker running up there, did she not see her right there? Oh, she didn't look up and see her.
Mahmoud has a tendency to put her head down and Superman it or Superwoman it.
So it's no card? She got a yellow card. No card. And she smiled.
This is what they do, though. This is what they did last time too.
Why is that? But you show
There's nothing even close about that.
No.
They build up a bunch of cheap shots until the ref finally gives a card.
I slid it over to Lovett. Lovett goes to the left-hand side. Bartle now kick along.
They know what
Davis,
they have to do.
like,
Just keep cheap shotting Knox. Yeah.
on the left side, Barker from the goal line. Nice dance around. Beats it. Looking for the right foot. Got it just right where she was standing. Anywhere else along, why 3 whistles there? Anything else along the goal line, that's in the back of the net. She just fired. Barker did right there at the keeper. Reliable horse face walking around smiling. And the thing is we all know who you're talking about.
If Diandra was here, she'd say, Brendan. That's her key to tell me I'm not allowed to say anything mean.
I saw what happened here. The captain, Williams, down. Didn't see what happened. The ball had rolled past, and so there was 3 whistles indicative that something happening, but had no idea.
I think she tried to extend one leg to block that shot and did kind of like one of those hurdler splits, and I think she got her knee in that mix, is my guess. I think that's who it was. Camera work's not great, so a lot of shots of the crowd today.
So while she's down a little bit of a
yeah,
like I was looking
watch her
at
knee, watch her back knee. Yeah.
Oh no, I think that was a knee. They said ankle on Scorio, but ankle. I thought that was her back knee hyperextended off the. Why are they grabbing her? They eat more chips. Flag. Full display. Don't let salad win. So yes, I said I was going to give a little bit of a preview, and then I've deleted where my sheet was that had my notes, which is always a little bit dangerous place to be. Where are we? I'll have to pull that up. I don't know where it went. Just give me a second. But if there is good news, at least with the teams that have qualified, not a lot of them have been there before. And so we're back underway corner. Right, dangerous ball right around the 6-yard line, and now that ball to the head hurt her. She's not feeling well, and that's a headshot. You got to blow it down. I mean, it's the only thing that is. I don't know where she took that. Did she take it off the front of her face? Because it looked like it came off the top of her head, but she's in a lot of pain. I mean, it was just a regular header, wasn't it? Yeah, and it wasn't exceptionally low.
It was, and it hit her on the. It hit her on the
top of her head.
Ground. That's just that's.
You've never done a header before? I don't know.
Overreacting.
So the good news is, as well,
yeah,
for us, opportunities. Well, go ahead.
No, I just think that's bullshit. Like, and the ref has to drop the ball, so you have to play it off of a bounce.
Well, Swansea with it anyway, down the middle of the pitch.
They should be penalized if she needs to be dramatic.
Yellow card for drama?
Yeah.
Well,
if it has to be all about her, then they get penalized, not us.
Craven gets us back the other way. Murray's going to collect it for Swansea. looking to lay it off and lay it back. Jay Williams, she's fine. Spun corner all the way back, and Forking's left foot back underway. Frances Jones down the right side. It's 1-on-3. She's whole team teamed. Mahmoud. Yes, it was Mahmoud. Well, work. Was that Fuller who stepped up? Fuller in a battle, not able to get it. Left foot kicked up over top into the corner. Run on opportunity here. Deacon has it. Bartle all the way out. Right through the middle, knocked down. Phoebe gets to it. Well done. You'll take that. Fuller spun it out the other way. Faye Knox looking up for Barker. The first, and then wiped out again.
Another late, a late. Yeah, there's no repercussions, so just keep taking people out after the play.
She hung the leg. Watch.
Yeah, she does it to stop momentum, doesn't care, and there's no downside of it. Right on her foot.
Yeah, it just leaves the leg in there.
They go right after Knox every time.
Even did the skip.
They go right after Knox.
Bugger.
There's definitely a, if you can, cheap shotter.
Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. Frances Jones, well run, and she able to keep that on her foot on the second touch. That's impressive. It's just blocked out throwing just inside the halfway line. So the good news I was going to say is of the teams that are in that first qualifying group, they've advanced up to get the automatic second qualifying spot. Two teams, Croatia and qualified, who had won their mini tournaments. So that means two less teams that have good history in qualifying through the first qualifying round anyway. So the countries we have to look out for are Slovakia, interestingly enough, Luxembourg, Racing Women FC, the standings to come through, and Ireland.
Oh, that's got to be a red.
Georgia. That's got to be a yellow, red, yellow. Ah.
Of course.
The announcer says that's probably right. And Finch is down because she hurt herself too and has a boo-boo. Mahmoud, free and clear. What are you going to do if you're Finch?
Never comes.
That's a dog so. That's a dog so. That's a dog so. Last player in. She's last. Denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity. Is that not the definition of it?
This ref sucks.
That's a dog so.
100%.
Last person to come around. I always forget what dog so means. Denying an obvious goal scoring opportunity. I mean, that if you were to put up the definition of what a red is for a dog so, that's it. Whatever. Right footer swung too far wide. Did it get a touch for a corner? No touch, goal kick. Off the foot of Knox. Had the right and have the right placement as it goes curling over, and Diandra's not here. Things we've only said once all season, right? Is for the last match that we're hoping Diandra's not here. Do I need Diandra? Bang the desk? Lake and Finch are on their last legs for warnings and opportunity. There's Lake. Knocks it out.
Look at this. Look at this bullshit. They're doing delays in it to make sure you can't get the ball in quick. Every little thing, the refs letting it go.
There's Finch again. Thumps down the pitch. Ellie Lake. And she left the Swans to go somewhere else. The return of club stalwart Ellie Lake.
Banging into each other.
She's everywhere.
What happens if you get a red in the last game?
Great question.
Like, can they just go get as many reds as they want? It's irrelevant, and they can hurt us. And then if we got a red, it carries into that qualifier. Do you know what I mean? Because that puts us in a really dangerous spot.
Down goes up, goes down, goes up. She's trying to play the ball and just gets run over. Next tentative match is she onside? Offside. Red cards always trigger suspensions. And so the suspension is served.
No, that was good. That was not offsides. Good timing.
I don't know if that's all domestic competitions or if that counts for the Champions League. Hopefully that's not a thing I have to look up today, is what happens with respect to potential match bans for the Champions League. But that's on Wrexham then to mind your P's and Q's, because we've got bigger fish to fry.
Yes, but that allows them just to tee off.
Well, yeah, except potential move in their next domestic competition, whether that be with Swansea or they move off in the to another club in the summertime. They'll have their whatever it is, 1 to 3 match ban. The fans are at least getting more and more vocal.
See them take down, knock. This is Snape this time.
Yeah, it's John. Just I actually think, unlike the other ones, I think that was just a poor play. I don't think she intentionally went to go and get her. I just think that she sucked so bad that she got her into her legs and missed her by about 3 feet. The game's just happening too fast for people like John. Feisty performance, it's defined as on Scorio. Because here she goes. I came in like push, shove, shoulder, push. Murray with
nice
the tackle there through the back.
How do they want something? They're on the ground kicking at people's ankles. They want a call. When she took out Knox, Knox's hand hit her in the face. Good. I'm glad. The other girl's faking. It's like I thought it was my turn to flop.
Oh, it's a fun Sunday.
Oh, it was a foot to the face. Nice.
No, that's accidental. Corner from the right side. Right.
Out of the way, linesman. What the hell's the linesman?
Right up against her. Smash going far post. Red body there. Headed down. Still loose. Get to it, Bartle. I feel like I need to channel Diandra and do that to get that thing in. Was that my best Diandra impersonation? I don't know. Rock chick. Francis Jones again knocks that down. Elvis with a great comment. Does it well have a few talent should be scouted? Pushed forward. Deacon with it. She jumped ahead, free and clear. Oh, I thought she was on side. it's offside, but I thought that was close.
I didn't see that, but no, she was.
Oof.
Snape almost
Yeah, I
put her
saw
onside.
a whole foot.
Yeah, but Snape almost put her onside. Snape was
Francis
edging
Jones.
back from the far wing.
Driven across through into the box, can't get it, knocked down by. All the way forward, opportunity here. Barker stops at 9-yard goal line, dancing on her mark. Push, battle is on. Loose still comes into the box. It's laid up and then picked up by Swansea. Still yellow.
So yellow, does that take her out of competitions?
I don't know what yellow card accumulation rules there are, but if she gets the yellow card accumulation, she'll have a 1-match suspension. And I'll be honest, if Sugarman's playing somebody who's got on a potential accumulation, and if she gets yellow, it's 1 game as well.
Yeah, so they got to get her out of the game.
I would.
This game is not worth anything.
No, I would be. I'd give somebody a run.
That's why I was hoping like Lovett was going to take someone out, or like one of the people who doesn't necessarily start.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a bunch of overreacting. God, Jesus.
Giselle, why do I like Swansea so much? So you were looking. Is it Connie's Key up against Swansea Met or Cardiff Met? So Connie's Key went 9-2 this year, and I'm just looking. Cardiff Met when I saw them still do Adran South standings. I mean, interestingly enough. Cardiff Met, they've got the second most titles of any team.
Wait a minute, the physio comes out. Why does she not have to come out of the game? Why does she get to stay out of the game?
Oh no, because not her fault that she got injured. Is that what that decision was? She should go.
That's what it is. They blame people.
No, so they should go out. They should go out. I think on a yellow you don't have to. I'd have to look up that rule.
Yeah,
on a yellow or a red
player, I think
isn't penalized. So Cardiff Met 6 titles to Cardiff City's 7. And I thought that they'd be competitive more so than they have been in the past because they've got just all the college kids playing for them and they just recycle. Swansea are the Scorio announcers on points. No broken ankles despite the John right foot through the middle of the box. Flipped up over, dangerous, and it's curled back. Bartle with the clear. Knox not able to advance it forward. Looked like Lake there. Slides it over. Finch. Right foot searching. Double miss on the header. Goes harmlessly. Craven. If it's a yellow card, you don't have to leave the pitch. Thanks, Nick. I assume that's the rule. Things he's still, after years of following now, don't know them all.
Nick bringing the knowledge.
Wrexham with it. Mahmood in behind. Well done, shouldered off. That was actually well played defensively. He would Williams or Mahmood had her beat but had to curl. She just angled her out despite being the slower player. It was just the right
She
angle.
needed to stop with the ball and slip behind.
And wait up. Yeah. "33 minutes. Phoebe Davis slides it over left-hand side. Offside. Swansea's going to get it and go the other way.
No, they just knocked it out.
So, your question, Brendan, do summer window transfers, are they able to play in the European competitions? And the answer is yes, but they have to be on the roster prior to each round. So you have each team submits their roster before each of the qualifying rounds. And so for us, that's July 22nd, and I don't know how far in advance it has to be, but it'll have to be done in advance of that. Dangerous right foot and just missed. Bullet going up high. And it looks like the qualifying rounds is one group, so you'd really have to be making moves before. Approximately a week. So we'll see. Well done. If I am Parky, I'm all like Francis Jones might be the best player, both genders, at first touch and just killing the ball at her feet.
Yeah, she has quality.
Like Mahmood, well done. Tackles, lost the ball, and then just turns around and gains it back. And Startle's going to spin it over to Phoebe Davis, and we've got space. So Phoebe's going to run it past. And then the pass too heavy. Too heavy. Standing in there was Snape, eh? Freight train coming through, played the ball, well done by her. No option. I don't think there was a foul in that one. But Bartle over, love it with it.
One of the few clean plays.
Barker spins, tried to flip over top, and just knocks, slide through. Oof. Almost made it. And that'll be Lovett running over to take the throw in. Giselle doesn't like it. I will actually say I prefer that kit, the Gulf Race Stripe kit, to the Swansea regulars. I actually think that it's. I'm not going to entertain buying Swansea kit ever. But as far as it goes, I don't mind that. Davis, cross the midfield stripe again. Make the good pass. Pushes it into the corner, and again, too heavy. Somebody. Stacey John tried to get the cross, didn't get to it, and it's going to end up going to the corner. Left-footed in swinger, tallest girl on the pitch. Swansea. It's a high ball near post. Headed down, dangerous ball. Somebody clear it. It comes out loose. Was that a... I don't even know what that hit. It was going in any event. It got knocked down, and I thought that had to have been a hand. But I'll take it if it wasn't. Did I see that right?
It was, yeah.
Mahmood with it.
Hey, look at that push down.
Not
2
really
push downs. Yeah, just keep pushing. Thank you.
Into the pocket he goes.
Finally. It's a culmination of like 6 shots at Knox before he pulls it out.
I saw Worcestershire and I can't. Was that a handball?
Yeah, it was an awful angle. Couldn't tell.
And I missed who got the yellow there. Was that Murray? Mitchell. Okay. 5 minutes. Entry knocked down. Onside. Come all alone. How did the flag go up? There's no way.
She's literally standing next to another player.
Next to the... When the play is too good? Where is Knox when she receives this? The player to the right.
No, that was off.
Oh, okay. No, okay. Thanks, Steve. Deacon and with it on. Stacey John, dangerous ball. Cleared away. Still got work to do. Rivers up over top.
Good header, but I love it. She's playing a great game.
Yes, it was. Deacon going to go and grab it 4 minutes before the end of the first half. The push, Deacon slides it across, flashes over way to the right-hand side, and it's a right-footed drill, and it's collected. Craven.
Look at the mugging going on.
Left-hand side. Earned ourselves.
There's nothing clean about that defense.
Giselle, I hope that she says don't go out and do anything that gets yourself suspended and have some fun and stay and don't get hurt. Didn't make the sprinting track and field team. Mahmood collects.
If there was a
Left-hand
category
side.
for wearing cement shoes and running in mud at the same time, she'd win.
Love it with it now. Nice ball through. Barker steps over. She gets around her mark. Cut back pass. It's still loose inside the area. Mahmood can't get it under. Bartle knocks it down. Davis. Another through ball, leaving that. Is that Knox running forward? Not going to get there in time. That's me, the bastion of reasonability.
Minute to half.
Plus added time, and you could have like, if this was a second half, I think you could say that a little lazy on the back pass and just gave up the ball. Swansea with an opportunity with Schiffer back of the net. Call caught out of being lazy. That was lazy on that. Whoever that was on the throw-in, and I wasn't paying attention. I was just shocked at how slow they were getting to the ball, and it was just Chivers ran forward and grabbed the ball, thrown in right towards a 3-foot run to go forward to go and grab it. Just pause, watch the throw-in, knock back, and whoever threw that in, Phoebe, didn't come and get it. The return ball. So it gets thrown in at the feet of Fuller, who returns it back to Davis, and Davis doesn't step off the line.
And that put everyone out. Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I'll tell you what, if there is a position that clinched, like Wrexham's weakness, I'm sorry, but that's the goalkeeper. I know the game means nothing. I know you've got to cover everything, but it was literally right at her. She had to be able to jump 6 inches to stop that. Turn over there. Can we get something?
Well, to be fair,
before the end of that,
there's only one keeper that can jump more than 3 inches. Yeah.
Going to make the second half all the more sweet.
I would say this. I'll wait till halftime. Oh, 4 minutes. Wow. Craven has come quite a long way this season. Lovett has improved, and so has Phoebe Davis. All of them have improved a decent amount since the last year.
Phoebe, I'll 100% agree with. I'll have to put my faith and trust in you. You've seen more than I have.
I've criticized all three of them a fair amount. Not Phoebe as much as the other two, but and rarely have I complimented either of them. So saying that is legitimate. Craven's done much better than I would have thought. And the last few times that they've put Lovett in, she's been a positive, not a negative. I think it significantly helps when Bartle's there and she can not be expected to range and just, Bartle helps her, I think, get the ideal positioning. And then when that's the case, she's solid. So
Mahmood,
she plays tough. She doesn't get knocked off the ball.
Mm-hmm. You don't think Bartle's good enough, Dave?
Well, you could just simply go off of if you looked at the Wrexham men's team and how just about every starter was replaced, except for Max and Okonkwo, then the women's team, the majority of them have been replaced except for a few, and those are still the ones that you should probably. Most of them are the ones you should be looking at to replace next.
Looking at
So
Knox putting in
as
the
you
effort
get better,
to make
you know,
there.
you just
Knox just steps in front of her. Just rolls to Liv and she grabs it. She's going to throw it forward. Barker not able to get through. Man, Murray took and take an opportunity, missed by 6 feet to the left. There's the whistle. We're to the half. In a game that doesn't matter because we're here for the trophy. 2-0 down. So just to talk about this half, TST tournament is on starting in end of May 27, June 1. Curious to see if they actually have women from the club go over and play, because they're going to be, like, you know, I guess there's lots of time to recover, but you'd hate to have somebody end up hurting themselves while playing in a rec match competition, even though it's got $1 million prize on the line, whether they put other people in because this is the prize. One thing that I wanted to talk about is for those that are in Wales, you've got UFA under 19 championships happening, and they're centered around 4 different venues that are going to be hosting 8 teams that are going to be there. England's not there, interestingly enough. Was it Kosovo that knocked them out of their group? That I think it was a club that you wouldn't have expected it. We need a fundraiser from internet upgrade. I don't know what else to do with my computer stuff. I've paid for increased stuff, and then it all seems to get worse as I upgrade it. I don't know what to do. Anyways, so that's happening June 28 to July 11. Brendan, I don't know what your thoughts are, but I'll ask this question. It was something Diandra was raised in the Discord, and I looked it up, is how do teams or clubs end up hosting the qualifying matches? And the story is basically, if you're interested, you put your name in, accommodation, training facilities, and otherwise, they could not use the Rock. The Rock is not qualified as a UEFA Category 1 stadium, but they can use the racecourse. With the ground being pounded on by under 19s for the final, at one semifinal, plus at least one semifinal, plus whatever group match games that they have there. If you're the Wrexham ownership, are you trying to host the first qualifying match? Would you put your name out there? Is there enough time before the start of the season, start of August, to have those games, recognizing that the first round of games are going to be July 22 and July 25. So you would potentially have the season opener a week later. Do you try to get the first qualifying round in?
I think they aspire to host as much as they can at the Rock. I'm sorry, at the Kairos. I just don't know that they're ready for that. I also, I think there's a fair number of people from Wrexham that go to the game, and that probably limits how bad the traffic is currently. I can imagine if everyone was from outside of Wrexham that is going to a game, not only the traffic, but the parking would be out of hand. And I don't believe they've come up with any solution for that. that I'm aware of. Apparently, you're not allowed to create a parking garage in England or Wales. So that's why it seems like they can never find parking anywhere. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I think they have too many unresolved items to try to do anything this summer.
I think they're doing Pitt have got the thing going on Esteban, and I'm is that they're not allowed to have parking garages? And as you say that,
No, they
I
have
know
to
that
do
that's
pitch
not,
work.
well, but it can't be
No, they're
that
doing pitch work.
exhaustive.
No, it's 8 weeks of regrowth. They have to put new.
Well, and that's got us 8 weeks. How are
grass.
they going to do that in? What work to the pitch is being done? I'm gonna have to turn the volume down on my. Well, ChatGPT says no, other than they've done the undersoil seed irrigation. They added the surface installation. So other stuff of reseeding, top dressing, aeration, that sort of stuff. But because they're hosting it, it has to be tournament condition. That means they need uniformity, they need mowing patterns, they need to rebuild it. So I think it's just seasonal stuff, plus with a little added attention because of the UEFA U19 to keep in mind. The attendance, I don't think, is going to be through the roof. You're going to get. Maybe it's more. I haven't watched the UEFA U19s. To be fair, it's CONCACAF U21s and U20s and stuff that I've seen. But other than the hosts, maybe getting a couple of thousand for the final games. Typically, for those, they're pretty empty as far as the stands go. It's not. I think the only youth tournament that in any sport that I've seen that is massively followed outside of the Olympics, when they have the U23s plus a couple of extras, is the ice hockey junior hockey championships. But that's a tournament that's been built by a TV programmer that's turned it into this big thing. But I haven't seen attendance, so I don't think it's going to be that busy. I know for the 3 or 4 teams, sorry, I guess 2 or 3 teams that would come and visit with their fans, they've actually said that they anticipate, when I was looking around at accommodation requirements, accommodation is just barely enough to get past the minimum in Wrexham. So you probably have to use neighboring communities. Something like Chester would probably have to host the teams, and they'd get shuttled over or something like that. So an interesting development. I'm curious to see if that they think that that's in the planning, because stadiums that could be up for the offing, and the attendance of the other women's programs that are in the first qualifying round. I think that Wrexham is certainly competitive and probably at the top of the pile. So if they wanted to get it, I think they'd have the potential to do so. So we'll see what happens there. Just going to go into the chat. And I think the message too has to be delivered to Diandra.
To your point about
I was just going to say she's not allowed to miss any more matches because
accommodations
don't play as well. Yeah, go ahead. Accommodations.
The old tire store or whatever it was right across the street before you go over the bridge, I think that's been bought, and I heard was one of the rumors that that's going to be a hotel. So
really?
They definitely need more. Yeah.
Quebec
they
TV
definitely
tournament.
Need more.
I'm surprised they don't have as many hotels. And I mean, I guess it's if you own an Airbnb. And to be completely frank, when they do their renovations over on the university side, the tech end, I really hope they do something where they've got hotel accommodation up above at the top of the stadium. Something like they do at the Sky Dome, what was the Sky Dome, now Rogers Center in in Toronto where you've got hotel rooms that look over the playing surface, and for people that go over, you can rent those hotel rooms and stay in them. You can watch the matches from there. You can just, for me traveling over, if I had the opportunity to take a hotel room and just wake up and stare at the race course every morning and have a coffee. And the thing about being on the university side is you can a hosting location and put conference facilities in there and allow the university to use it over things. And so you can admin wing. And that to me just makes epic sense to have that available. Oh, Rianne, the head coach of the Welsh team. Sorry, I will always have time for the Canadian coach of the Welsh national team.
The pace that they move at over there, I don't know what EE stands for.
It's advertising, because I'm looking, one of the officials has it. It's FAEE4 because they've got it on somebody else as well. So that is Rianne Wilkinson. Anyways, go ahead. So you were saying that they do their over there?
The pace that they do their construction, the planning, like the fact that the brewery and that whole thing can't start or hasn't started, the fact that that it took as long as it did to get the COP going, and we don't even have any plans about what the next phase would be. Like, they should have that planned out. They should, how long it takes. Why are you not putting that in? Like, you can just choose not to build, but you could put the paperwork in and start the bullshit now. Like, that horseshit takes a year plus. Why not get the plans approved?
Well, because most plans, at least in Canada,
funding. You don't have to do.
Most plans only last for approximately a year. So I do think they stale date. The benefit is if you don't change the plans, they're easier to get rubber stamped in the future. So because you've already got the answers to most of the questions, right? So if anything changes, it becomes a much quicker process.
I don't know that the plans are like that from submission. I think it's from exception. Like, they accept those plans for a certain amount of time. And if it takes a year plus, like, what are you waiting for? You're supposed to be done with the COP in a certain amount of time. You're on the doorstep of getting into the Premier League, and then having the smallest stadium in the Premier League is nothing to be excited about. And to think that you're done, you're not anywhere close to done with the stadium, right? So there is going to be another step. Why isn't it planned? Why aren't you starting that bullshit process? And so the second you finish this construction, you're ready for the next one. Like,
do you think it's going to be done anytime in the next?
Some sort of hybrid
delay and planning delay aside, do you think it's going to be done in the next 5 years, just on the capital money side? I can see there being a 7 to 10 year wait until they get to the next stand.
That's stupid. I mean, it probably is, but that's still stupid.
I'm just thinking functionally as far as the timing of things, and unless the club go and cement themselves into the Prem, and then you've got to have some sort of, because the delay and I won't say delay, the construction time necessary to build the COP, you're going to use that on twice the footprint for the next stand, because it is the Yale stand that's going to list, as my understanding. And so you're going to be three-sided.
Lager stand.
The same stand. The Yale stand, Wrexham Lager stand. It's just, I use the old historic name. You're going to be three-sided and losing that amount of revenue for an entire season, because it's not going to be built in. I think you're looking at an 18-month build or efficient. So I think that they've got to cement things and just run with what they're going to end up having here for at least. I think we might start hearing buzz of a potential build in 3 to 4 years. And then you've got to go through the planning process, which in Wales takes 3 to 4 years, and then the construction phase. So to me, 7 to 10 years is my expectation of what's going to happen there. And then you flip over to the tech end after that. We will see how this all transpires. But the other thing too is there's got to be some obligation to push things through. We're going to have this glorious, and I really like the look of the stadium. I will say this: Birmingham's new one with their stacks. I think that one, as far as being unique, is objectively cooler than what we've got. But using that brick and the logos and the design of the drawing, pop and look way better in real life than it does on the drawings that we've seen. So I'm excited to see it. But you've got that there. You're going to want to finish the rest of it as soon as possible. So, and then I'm also curious, and the plans didn't take into account for it, but the wasted corners to me, like when you're going to build that Yale stand or the Wrexham Lager stand, are you going to fill that the we're back underway. Sorry if you wanted to hit the button there. Priorities. We've got a match to back on, and although it doesn't mean anything, just nobody get unnecessary reds. That's we could lose 10-0, and I'll take it if we don't have a red. If we won 3 but picked up a red card, I'd consider that a loss. I'll give you the time when you're ready for it. Some 30 seconds coming up right now. 45-35 coming up right now.
Yeah, we're good.
And Swansea, John with it over on the right-hand side.
Maybe a second and a half ahead of you.
I'm always at least a second slow in life, so why would I change anything here?
Why are you diving and touching that? You know it's wide. What are you doing?
There's another question, and that's a good one too. Sincerely curious if they'll be able to routinely fill a 17,500 seat stand. So short corner.
Whether or not that's the case, if you're trying to create a facility that you draw in international venues, I don't think you're set up for it, even with the COP. So,
yeah, no, I hear you there. Make the Prem, bring in the rev, have some fun with it, add some extra side. And the thing about Rob and Ryan that they do well is that's into the side netting. They look for our alternative revenue streams all of the time, right? So somebody needs to sell them early on the opportunity for conference facility within their own stand. And for Ryan, I don't think that's going to be a difficult sell. I mean, Canadian guy who understands and has seen what the Blue Jays have done with their stadium. I think they'd be all over it. Nice tackle there, Fuller. And then a heavy touch. It's an interesting game when you end up saying that one of the best players on the pitch has been Lovett. Knox with it. Taking on Lake. Dancing, right foot. Trying to curl it down and in, but misses. And I'm not short, I'm under tall. So June 18th, also, that's the day of the draw. Also the day of Canada's World Cup, the second game in their group stage. So streaming that, I think it's going to be easy enough for me to jump on and do a quick little follow the draw. And by then we'll know we'll know the clubs that are coming in. There are still a host of clubs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 countries still have not determined who their representative is going to be. We'll probably find out this weekend who representative will likely be Noah girls. They'll probably clinch this weekend. Montenegro will probably clinch. And then there's other ones where you've got 5, 6 games left and up to 4 teams that are competing and still in it. So lots of battles to find out what's going on there. Yeah, Robin Ryan Park haven't done anything with that. So yeah, I hear you. What's the deal with Lovett? Like, why is it surprising that she's been the best player on the pitch? Because she hasn't been the best player on the pitch previously. I've considered her a challenge defensively. Bosnia Herzegovina. I think you have to give due respect to a team that knocks out Wales and Italy. I will tell you, the Canada Soccer's troll Italian Canadians was absolutely brilliant. They did a jersey swap where they said, okay, you Italian Toronto, come on over to us and bring your Italian jersey and we'll give you a free Canadian one. And then they gave them the Canadian jersey, said you can keep the Italian one, but they gave them free kits. For those that have already bought their kit, they were peeved. Like those that chose Canada first, they're upset. But I think that's a brilliant troll job, getting themselves out there. And that was in the Guardian, that was everywhere. So that was pretty impressive. Lake going to throw this one in over on the right-hand side. Did they say 1,300 for this one? Just under 1,300?
I didn't hear it. I wouldn't be surprised if it's more. But
yeah, standing room all
good turnout.
The way around the so that should be our throw in. 1,308. Thanks, Brent. Hey, Vinyl. Nice to see you. Snape throw in down the left side. Barker, cut back. Going to go out for a corner. Francis Jones, right foot in swinger from the left-hand side. I love that from Barker. Lake all over Barker, so she just puts her hands on her face and pushes her away straight. Bar post might be too heavy.
Yeah. And then she can't handle it.
Who couldn't draw?
I think that Swansea player said,
rested down. Snape. Fuller, Snape, Barker. We're on the front foot here. Oh, tried to get it over to the far side and couldn't do it. Lots of kit moving forward. Clark all the way up. Francis Jones gets around one that gets knocked out. And I thought she was going to. Well, when it did go out for a goal kick.
Thanks, John. Someone had to keep me in check.
Well, Dave, that's the other thing. Like I haven't talked about the training facilities in a long time. So
yeah, what's the excuses there? We can only work on one thing at a time. Like,
well, that one became a desperate necessity, right? Knox not able to keep it in, gets framed out by Lake. John, back to Lake. Thank you, Steve. I don't see any names being picked up off of that. Steve, have we given out so many memberships that there's nobody left with the check box to get the free ones. Oh, here they come in. I was like,
I think it just extends them.
Vinyl's joining the game and wondering why there's been so much contact. Eight minutes through the half. Are we just playing through to the ground, just kicking about and making sure we don't commit any fouls? That goes out. We'll get a throw in 25 yards away from our own goal. Swansea opportunities. Collected. Craven fingertip pull. I will actually say that was pretty impressive. If Craven didn't grab that and roll that into her, that was like the one-handed stab. Oh, she got it with both. I think that was a one-handed stab.
Replay that for Arthur.
For Arthur. Stuckley looking to do a sub.
I didn't think they were going to put her in today. You can only put in so many subs. I just thought it would be all the players that don't get much time.
Don't get much time, yeah. I mean, there's still lots of time until the next match, right? So as long as they don't pick up cards, is it really July 22nd, July 25th? Roller couldn't get it out wide. John steps in front and grabs it. Loose ball. Lake's going to into a battle with Knox. Cross and Craven down, collects. So when you think about it, this year,
they had numbers that
got let off the hook a little bit there with the poor cross, the poor pass right to Liz's.
There's just no need of that. If she paused for a half a second, she had two trailers. So
yeah,
bad play. Steve Barton again. Too much, Steve. You play to win the game. So he likes the fact that we're putting in offensive players to try to get goals in Suckley. Yeah.
Oh, Lake stepping forward, stepped in front. Nice tackle. Knox settling it down. Love it. Right foot up over top. Is she onside? Doesn't matter. Rolls out. Swansea throwing. So I was just comparing. The Adran Premier League started September 7th this year. So I expect that to be the same. Timeline goes. There's potentially 4 rounds of qualifying that occur before that September 7th date. You have first round qualifying tournament July 22-25. If you win that. 2 weeks later, you've got the second round qualifying path matches August 5th, August 8th. If you and if you win that, you go August 26th, September 2. And if you lose that, you go the same date in the first round of the Europa qualifying. So there's the potential to have a whole, and those last ones, the third round and the Champions Path for the Champions League and the first round of the Europa are head-to-head home and homes, but with one club. So you're looking at 8 matches before the season kicks off potentially, and then we don't know. I imagine everything else would be postponed, and they'd have to pick up midweek games. Tough to do semi-pro tough to do when you're running out there so frequently, but you'd have second round qualifying would be in the third week of the season. And then if you made the Champions League, you'd be looking in October, November, taking time off. So call it a working vacation and call it hopefully a busy fall. But like I said, with the Welsh League, one win in 8 years and never made it past the first qualifying round.
Steve was saying that's and so were others. That's probably Lovett's last time in a Wrexham
in a Wrexham kit. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
You'd like to think that the women will be more active, knowing that they're in Europe, that they can, any players that they're in, they're going to try and do it early rather than late, right? Because they've got 5 to 7 days prior to their first qualifying round to get their roster set and in. So you're looking mid-July. So we'll see if that picks up the pace of the signing, because typically I actually think the women do them early, but they don't announce them until right at the end, right before the season starts. No reason to do that now, John. Side of the net. That's my recollection. Would you disagree with that?
What would be the purpose of not announcing them? What would be the purpose of signing people and not announcing them?
What's the reason of announcing them? If they're already coming in, competing in you're looking for competitive advantages against Cardiff City and Swansea. So why announce until you have to? I'm just seeing if I can get what those dates were.
Jeez, what a surprise they took her out. Yeah. Just sweeps her back foot. Not even an attempt to play the ball.
Yeah, it was August 20th. Josie Smith, Hannah Snape. Snape. Run opportunity there. She's got past the keeper. Can she cut the angle? Scores off the far post.
Wow.
Going for the ball, and they have the battle. There's still lots of time left, 30 minutes, but they're having a battle to try, and Barker wanted to get it replayed. Captain Williams grabbed it for Swansea, wouldn't allow it in. That was just Barker misplayed. That came out, couldn't get to it in time, and just beat. Great pass, ball in. Keeper comes out and says, "I'm going to go and get it," and it doesn't come out of the box. That was her mistake. I think if she decided to go and kick that, she had the opportunity, but she saw the 18-yard box as a force field, so she stayed out there, and Barker had one option: beat her wide, got done, and then put it in. That was glorious. Tough cutback to be able to put that in. Angle off the woodwork and in. 2-1. Let's go.
Just an incredible
Barker
shot.
in again. Oh, big save. Damn it.
She took that ball 2 feet wide, and then the net was open.
She had to do the exact same thing. Just beat her outside. Knox. Anyway, we're on the front foot now. Let's go.
Yeah, she had her outside. The goalie can't move. Like, just take her, get her moving.
Mahmoud knocks it down, steals a possession. Can she maintain it? She can't. Can she get it back? She can. Can she maintain it? She can't. Yeah, Dave says Wild Goose and Harvey were talking to Sugarman for months. And you think about it, August 29th is a week and 2 days, 9 days before they had their first match. And so I would expect 15th-ish of July where we'll see those announcements. Assuming we make changes,
That's
I think that's
going
to be fair.
I wonder how much the fact that we'll get this qualifier to play in Europe will give us a little bit more signing ability.
Well, always up to the owners,
where
right?
where players are like, hey, well, I mean,
Oh, I
hey,
see what you're
look at
saying. You're saying players more
they
willing
could
to
end
come
up,
over and be a part of the Wrexham experiment.
well, they can come over and automatically get international, opportunity. They know it's guaranteed. They just don't even play good football. They just do bullshit.
Yellow card for that, at least. Language is weird. It's like, how is Korea Teaminguk? And called differently in North Korea. It's called Namchosan. I don't know. It's just language is weird. Into John's heels. Suckley gets her. There are at least a dozen women that are begging for a spot on Wrexham. We just need better players.
Yeah, look at the difference between our takedown of a player versus theirs.
Apologetic, whoopsie into the back that still deserved a card. Actually,
You thought that deserved a card?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
It's like you have to hand in your Wrexham shirt. We're homers on this on the women's games. There's no,
no subjective
fair calls going on here. This is no. This is Diandra and Brendan. It's all
sorry. You set the standard. I got to get onto it
all the time. Yeah, do you know what this show's all about? I don't think you know what this show's about.
I forgot to take the memo. Let's find one here. Lasses 25 minutes, 24 minutes plus added time. Phoebe across the halfway line, draws it back. Snape goes to the right. Bartle up over top. I think they're off. Yeah.
That's three Wrexham players off on that.
Hey, another thing to watch
if
you're
seen
curious.
That guy as a linesman a couple times.
Another thing to watch if you're curious. I watched the very first Canadian Premier League match, and I know second division Canadian football. Who gives a hoop? But they're doing two different. And I only knew of the one, the offside rule we've talked about, where it's daylight offside. That you can, as long as you have one that's now what would be onside, it's all fine. So you can get an extra 2-3 feet past the player, as long as you're dragging a foot behind the line extended, you're good. The other one that I didn't know about is how they're handling the VAR. They're trialing a different setup, and that's onside. Can we get to the ball? Hold on a second. Is that Mahmoud running over on the right-hand side? She's there, and it's tackled out, and that'll be a corner over on the far right. Inch staying down. She's got a boo-boo. They're testing what they call football video support, FVS system. I actually really like it. You know how we have problems with the VAR where they challenge some things and decide to see it. They don't look at other things. The FVS only gets triggered by coach challenges. It's kind of what we see in North America, where you've got the challenges in football or in college sports. They've got it for the basketball. We've seen that see it time. So you get two baseball with the ABS and the challenge system for balls and strikes. You get two review requests for the match, and you decide whether you want to trigger a review, whether that be so it's goal scoring opportunities, potential penalties, and hey, Spetsnos, how are you? And so I really liked it because that handball in the Chelsea game, you could have said, let's review that. Let's have them figure that out. They didn't trigger it themselves, but we will. And so called back when the team calls for it. Other than that, it's what the ref saw. Left-footed in swinger, dangerous. It's right there. Oh, get up to it. It's headed out, and we'll get a corner on the other side. If that got to Bartle instead of Chivers, that had to go in the back of the net. I don't know what your thoughts are on FVS and having the challenge system added instead of VAR continually deciding, oh, we'll make the ref look at that. We'll make the ref not look at that. This is now coaches Utah.
I like that, presuming it can be done quickly and determined quickly.
And I will say, mind you,
it should be the
potential early season hicks. It took way too long, and the first challenge, it got faster as the game went on. But that time of the ref running, making it over there, and then looking and watching and waiting, it wasn't the cleanest process. But I think that's first game hiccups more than anything else. So we'll see how the CPL handles it. But I'm with you. It should be a quick decision.
It's unless it's definitively obviously wrong from what was ruled, then it should be like, no, it's not clear that it was a bad call. Go, not look at it from 6 angles and try to get a fingernail touch to say, okay, that was acceptable.
I'm with you. We've got an interruption, or I do. I'm assuming everybody else does. Technical difficulties.
Correct.
That's awesome.
The changes that I like are related to the flopping and getting the ball in. So, like, was it 15? Like if you're down, for 15 seconds, then you're off the pitch for a minute, no matter what. And what was it, like, the delays on the getting the ball in for throw-ins and substitutions, that you have to go off the nearest part of the pitch. But I mean, goal kicks and throw-ins, you have less than 10. Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of time wasting things that they're cleaning up that I like. So
yeah. So and those they tested them over the last 2 years. They've now been implemented globally. So hopefully next year we'll see some improvement there. The Premier League already had rules, whether they strenuously adhered to them is a debate. But they already had rules regarding how much time you can be out on the pitch, down on the pitch, or getting off the pitch. But they say the CPL statistically cut down on 72% of the time of the delays. So I mean that's substantive. That's massive. So that rule already in place. I'm curious. I didn't know for the players. You've been timing your runs a certain way for decades. How it suddenly changes and you're given that extra time to run onto the ball. I don't know how long that will take to see real substantive change there with you. I do quite like that FVS system, especially because in the Chelsea match, there was a handball, and we didn't get a penalty out of it. And it wasn't that VAR got the other calls wrong and took away that goal from us. That I think they got the call right, but it was their selection as to when to consider it that bit us in the backside. And you look, if you, I don't know if you caught the Southampton Arsenal game, but Southampton actually taking that one down and getting the win, beat Arsenal on Saturday. So they're going to be coming in on Tuesday ready to go. Confidence everywhere for them. So they're into the semifinals. Port Vale, who we would have played if Chelsea got drubbed, I think it was 8-0, it was 7-0 when I stopped watching, but I think I saw the score went to 8-0. Chelsea beat Port Vale in Port Vale. And so you look at things, if we would have had that goal, not had to go to pens, got the handball thing right, the VAR I think, of an opportunity there. Yes, early enough with enough time, things could have changed. Style of play would have been different. But yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Going to go back to the chat because I've been ignoring it while AI is starting to take over and stop the comms. I've got nothing playing in my audio other than it jumping on every once in a while to say we've got technical difficulties. So you still got the clock running there in the background? What are we at? Oh, we're back.
I do.
In on that here once I actually see the clock. Watch it be like 3-2 and we've missed everything. Suckley with it. Knocks it around. I'm assuming subs came in as well while we were away. And there's one of them. Headed down. Oh, made a mistake at Swansea, and it's going to be a corner for us.
Oh, they're really deep. Are they all going to come rushing in? Look at this setup. New play.
All set up on the far post and probably a good 6 to 8 feet. Well, great to the closest player. And there's the entry. They're all running towards the ball, knocked down, free and cleared. And should back into the mixer, but still up in the air, bouncing around. Ball still loose. Knocked down, put into the mixer.
Oh, that's a handball.
Ouch. I heard that. Bartle getting kicked. So Sadler made it in. Who might have come out? Was Barker still out there? Kicked out. We'll take a throw in.
Clark's in.
Snape thrown in. Sadler had it.
Steve's going to make another lucky cocktail.
That ball's through. Can we get there before the keeper? Can't.
Steve
Barker's still out there with Sadler. Okay, go ahead.
I thought Steve's lucky cocktail was just going to give us luck there. Almost did.
And so I know Mahmood has come off. See Mahmood. Knocks with it.
Yeah, that was a while ago. Yeah.
Good ball out wide. Sadler's in the middle. If you can get the cross up and over. Couldn't do it. Cleared out. Craven all the way out to play it. Gets it over to Phoebe. Davis now further over to the left-hand side. That one jumped forward. So I'm at 77-35 right now. I was jumped all the way from an entry pass and ended up into the hands of the Swansea keeper. Clark. Davis now looking up the pitch. Who did Josie Smith come on for? Did you see?
No.
Oh, look at that rainbow. How's that?
Now the keeper's wasting time. Oh, this is the timeout that Swansea likes.
The football gods shining down on Wrexham. That's a glorious rainbow. A moment of pause to take it in. Clark was still out there. Is it Fuller? I don't know. We don't have anybody running around, but that's my guess.
I know you want to win every game, but isn't this a little ridiculous on a nothing?
On a nothing game?
An irrelevant game. They don't move up from third place.
Forkins, okay. Let's die hard. Chris, no, we can still be angry. I'm gonna have to go back, Dave, and pull that link later. Can I copy that? No, I'll have to grab it later. Smith with it. I think it is Liv that came off for Smith. The ball just died right between her legs. So we'll take a throw 9 yards away. 10 minutes plus added time. And the banner go up. The women celebrate. If your cross cuts too heavy, that went out. Collected. And we know that Forkins is not going to be in a hurry here.
Reliable made a great point. He's like, this is Stacey John's retiring after this, so they're playing super dirty in her honor.
Down the left side for Swansea. 8 minutes. Time ticking away. Right foot attempt. I thought that was half shot, half attempt for John to run onto.
They could have all just got really bad haircuts. That would have been good too. Yeah, that was for Diandra. Brendan.
I love the fact that you can hear her voice in the background.
Yeah. Every time I dance over the line, I can hear it in my head.
Did I disappear again? Because I had a bunch of stuff to click off here.
No, you're fine. Some of the best video that you've had.
I'll do my best over the off season to try and figure out what's going on. As we're going to get an opportunity. Throw in down our left-hand side. Thrown in, not a good touch, and it's lost. Pretty look at the official who may have gotten away on that one. Swansea 9 yards out. Cross is there. Liz got to go out and grab it. Does Craven go quick? Thrown in. Phoebe didn't grab it, start to move forward. We're running out of time if we wanted to have some fun with this and at least get to the draw. On a comeback draw, you'd feel more like a win, but there's a giveaway pass, not a good one, and Swansea's going to have it halfway line. Down. Come on, girls. Snape looking, searching. 3 jerseys around, not enough space, and it's just taken by Swansea, and here they come again. Too much late possession by Swansea. Lake across. Craven with it. Moves it on the ground, and we're going to go again, this time down the right side. Ah! Josie Smith got it back to Phoebe. Phoebe now with it. Far over to the left-hand side. Knox taking on Lake. Will cuts towards the middle, looking for a pass through. Too heavy. Couldn't get it there for Barker. Picked up by Forkings. 5 minutes left. I hate when keepers do your jobs. You got to be better than that. Like, what's the point of that? Try to eat the ball or pump it into the middle of the pitch if you have to feel the need. We're not looking to get it out here. Lake throws it in, clears it, hit one of us, or come off the foot weird. Came off her foot weird. Fuller. Long throw. John draws it back. Lake there, right foot. And they're just moving everybody forward to the midfield stripe, and we haven't been able to crack through the 4 or 5 girls that are back. But here's an opportunity to pump forward, and Barker's going to try and get a run on. Lake's there to collect it and knocks it back to Forkings, who's just going to pump it down the middle of the pitch. 4 minutes plus added time. John with it now on the right-hand side. Fuller gets a touch on it, goes out for a throw. In no hurry, leaves it there for Lake. It's just me.
Showing off. Mary Frances Jones.
Thanks, Nick. It's got to be a computer thing, and so I'll continue to see what I can do. I'm going to have to just swap everything onto my wife's computer and give that one a shot potentially. Although this one's supposed to be better. User error could be. Thing is everything that I do that I test online, it looks fine. I might jump. Well, I won't have time today. I might just try a members only stream at some point where I just run it to see what it looks like on my under control. Barker's not going to be able to get there. So it goes back to Forkings, and she pumps it down the pitch. 2 minutes plus added time. Misplay there by Swansea. Going to turn it over. Go and get that. Over top, Barker. Can she get? Oh no, that's not Barker. She's in too slow, and Lake knocks it out. That was a good tackle by Lake, to be completely fair. Put the toque on the computer. Done.
Oh!
Barker with it, left foot in. Oh, just missed.
That hit a hand. Looked weird.
That bounce did look weird, actually. Barker didn't appeal.
I mean, her hand was down, but it looked like it hit her hand.
We don't get the same speed. So we've got to check that. Left foot. And Spears right there. Not enough on it. Oh my word! Had the opportunity, landed right to Josie Smith, left foot, and didn't get enough mustard on it. It's right there. Swing hard, just right along the ground. And just let out a squeal. Snape and Clark coming off, Burke and Harvey going on.
What the
I really don't understand the late subs. Just killing time. That's why I thought you should have done all the subs earlier at one window.
Well, Denise Rosie is a sub, so 4 minutes of added time. Now 5 minutes of added time. Knockdown. Rosie's drinking champagne out of the cup already.